Morning you guys, it's Karen and I'm here to do a review of this, and it's a foundation that I didn't even know was out. It's called Bourjois, it's by Bourjois, and it's called Air Mat. And I was intrigued because I recently tried the Bourjois Mousse foundation and I liked it, but it was quite a light coverage for me, too light. And I hadn't heard anything about this, so I was really pleased to see it in Superdrug is where I got it. It wasn't in Boots because I specifically go around Boots to have a look at the makeup stands and just see if anything jumps out as being new, and nothing did. And when I was in Superdrug, this jumped out at me. So I got number 02 Vanilla, and straight away I'd say that I think it's fine on me, but I probably could have got the next colour up. Let's have a look in there. Yeah, you can see that it is a little bit too, my tan's coming off actually. It's looking quite patchy there, so I need to get that sorted. It often looks patchier on screen than it does in person though, I have to say. But you can see that I could definitely have got away with getting the lighter colour, and I might well get the lighter colour to try because so far I'm really enjoying this, but I've only worn it, I wore it yesterday and I've got it on today. So I was just trying to look for the claims online. What I normally do with a new product is I look up their claims, go through the claims, tell you what I think of those claims, tell you how much it is, etc., and then take it from there. But it's not even on the Superdrug website, which is a bit strange. It might well be by the time this review comes up, but it's not. But there are a couple of reviews out. And I have to say that the reviews aren't great, but I really like this. So I think it's because it's for a specific skin type. And that's happened. I've done quite a few foundation reviews recently, and I would say at the end of it, I'll let you know, this I think is geared towards dry skin, this I think is geared towards oily skin, etc. But on the reviews that I've found, one of them is Riri. You probably have heard of her, it's her blog, and she has managed to get the claims, etc. from somewhere. Let me just, it's not even on the Bourjois site. I've looked on the Bourjois site and it's not there, which, like I said, is a bit strange. But it doesn't say anything on the back either, by the way. Well, it says a little bit, just says, I'll read you what it says on the back if I can see it. As light as air, the formula glides onto the skin for perfect coverage and a flawless complexion. Enriched with mattifying micronized powders, it eliminates shine with no mask effect. So, this is what the claims are according to this blog. I can see she's listed them. I think that she's obviously got them from a website somewhere, or from maybe it came in a packet in the USA, or I'm not sure. Anyway, light and airy texture, conceals and evens out imperfections, 24-hour hold, absorbs excess sebum, and it says 8 shades. So I've just had a look at the Sunday Girl blog, and she seems to be more towards my opinion that she likes it, so it's interesting. But like I said, I think that's more to do with skin type. So let's go through those claims. The claims are the same in whichever blog I look at. So light and airy texture. It's a lovely texture, I have to say, and I was surprised at the texture. It is a liquid, so it looks no different to a liquid, but it feels a little bit creamy when you put it on. And I was surprised at how can I explain it? It's very fast drying, so I put it on this half of my face first, and it's very, very fast drying, and it didn't feel like it was going to be easy to blend. It felt like instantly it was setting. So I have to say I didn't find it to be light and airy, and I seem to be the only person saying that, but I like the texture. It wasn't a problem for me. It felt lovely. It just didn't feel, to me, light and airy would mean that I could blend it in for a moment and that it would easily blend over my face. But I instantly thought, well, I'm going to have to work this into the skin. You know, it feels like it's dragging a little bit, like I'm not dragging because that's bad, and it wasn't bad, but you know what I mean? It wasn't just, you couldn't just float your brush over your skin. I hope that makes some sort of sense. Conceals and evens out imperfections, absolutely. I would say this is at least a medium coverage. I built it up on my nose and chin. I always do that just to see how buildable it is, and I do find it buildable. Like I said, one of the websites, one of the reviews I've read said it wasn't buildable, but I have found it buildable. So like I said, I've increased it I built it up in the T-zone. I'm so aware of the fact now that I've got patchy tan and that this isn't the right colour for me, but nothing I can do about it now, is there? So conceals and evens out imperfections. I would say it does, because like I said, it's medium to full coverage. 24-hour hold. I didn't find it held. I would say for me, it was about the same as my Lancome Teint Idol Ultra and my YSL Fusion Ink. Almost, it was pretty good. It was okay, and it didn't start disappearing until, so I put it on about 7 o'clock, and it didn't start disappearing until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So that's really good for me. I haven't really got any foundation other than the Dior Skin Forever, sometimes, but not always, and the MAC Waterproof, again, sometimes, depending on how oily my skin is, that last any longer than that. So for me, it's kind of, it's similar to those, which is good because they're high-end foundations, and I don't have, to my knowledge, a foundation, actually, no, the number 7 Mousse foundation. I was going to say I don't have a foundation that lasts that long, but I do. The number 7 Mousse foundation, but this is as good, and definitely you'll have hopefully more choice. Definitely, hopefully, maybe you'll have more choice of colours. I say that because it's listed as having 8 colours, but I only saw 3 colours out in Superdrug, but that's maybe what they're starting in Superdrug. Hopefully when it's in Boots there'll be more colours. And with the Mousse foundation, I think there is only 3 colours. It says absorbs excess sebum. Definitely, I would say it's a really good one for oily skin. It does feel like this is the kind of area where I'd have oil breakthrough, and it does seem to hold it back a little bit. I've used it with and without a primer. Yesterday I used it without a primer. Today I've used it with a primer, so it might last even longer today, we'll see. So as you may have gathered, I think that this is suited mostly to oily skins, but I also think it would work for normal skin, and I think it would work if you have slightly dry skin, as in dehydrated, but not with dry patches. What I've read is that it clings to dry patches. I don't have any dry patches, so I can't tell you that. But I've read a couple of reviews say it clings to their dry patches. What I did notice is because I haven't got the colour, the lightest colour, which would have been better for me, it does kind of cling to my lip. That happens to me. If I get the wrong colour of foundation, I can see it kind of on my lip. As it starts to fade, it sort of cakes up on my lip. And that happens to this, and that generally means it will cling to dry patches. But if you've got dehydrated skin, I think you might be okay as long as it's not severe, because as well as having oily skin, I also have dehydrated skin. So if I have a foundation that's too matte and too oil-free and mattifying, it can make my skin feel a bit tight, and this doesn't make my skin feel tight. My skin feels lovely. It feels very soft and nicely moisturised. I noticed that this doesn't draw attention to my fine lines, and I'm definitely in need of Botox at the moment. I'm due it around about now. Instead of going to my usual person, I'm going to have it done, I think, at the Girls' Day Out show in November. But anyway, I've noticed that it doesn't draw attention to my fine lines. There are foundations that make these more obvious, and I feel like, if anything, they've actually blurred them, which it doesn't claim to do, but looking in the mirror right now, they look less noticeable than they usually do, so that's great. So let me see if I've covered everything. It's easy to apply, it's medium to full coverage, it is blendable, but you need to be very quick. It dries very quickly. It hasn't broken me out. I would normally, if it was going to break me out, it would happen pretty quickly, and I would feel like little pimples coming up under the skin, so it hasn't done that. Actually, one important thing to tell you is that it is very perfumed, so I think if you've got sensitive skin, you might want to stay away from this, because as soon as I put it on, I could smell the fragrance, so that means it is quite highly fragranced. In fact, let me see. I wonder if I can find the ingredients. It's unlikely, and it's not on here. Strangely, I've managed to find the ingredients. I don't know how reliable this website is. It's called COS DNA, and it's the ingredients for the Bourjois Air Mat foundation. But like I said, I'm not sure. I've never heard of this website before. But the ingredients it gives, it's got dimethicone and cyclopentasiloxone as the top 2 ingredients after aqua, which means that's silicones. So some people have a problem with silicones, as in they don't like them. I don't have a problem with them as such, other than I don't like the feel of silicone primers. I don't like the feel of pure silicone. This, I don't have a problem with this at all. It didn't feel silicone-y to me. It didn't feel greasy. To me, some silicones feel greasy on my skin, and I don't like the feeling. Then there's vitamin E in it. There is also, yeah, perfume is in there. Actually, perfume is quite far down on the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's about 16 on the list, so I'm surprised it smells so strong for being listed that far down. Like I said, I don't know how reliable this website is. It's also got alcohol in it, denatured alcohol, which isn't good, but again, it's very low on the list. And then it's got more fragrance, geraniol and linalool, which are both irritating fragrances, but I haven't found any irritation at all, and I suspect that's because it's low on the list. I got mine in Superdrug, and I believe it was either $8.99 or $9.99. I think it's going to be $9.99, but I feel like it was an introductory price. I'm not 100% sure. I was in quite a rush when I went in there, but it's around about that price, and for that you get how much is in here, 30ml or 1 fluid ounce. I really like this tube, and I'm going to go and get the lighter colour today because I like to take 2 foundations when I go on holiday, and I'm going on holiday next week. I'm only going away for a few days. I should really just take 1 foundation. But I'm going to take the MAC waterproof one, but that one is a little bit darker than I want. So I'm going to get this other one, and it's a lighter one. And I really think these are great for traveling. And it's a nice coverage for me. I think it's a really pretty one, and certainly one I would wear out in the evening. I would wear it in the day because it lasts long enough. So I'm going to go and get the lighter colour to take with me, and I think it's great for travelling. So I've given you the downsides, haven't I? I think the fragrance and the fact that it wouldn't be good for people with dry patches, I think, are the only downsides that I can think of. Let me know if you've tried it or if you've seen it in any stores anywhere, so that people know where to buy it if it is out there. And that's everything, I think. I have got another video to do, which is a dupe video. I haven't had a dupe video for ages. Anyway, I'll tell you what's on my face. This is the foundation I've got on. Then on my eyes is the NARS Duo in Cow Eye, but it's only the kind of goldy silvery colour. Then on my cheeks, I've got the Rapture blush by Urban Decay. And on my lips, I know this combination won't be for everybody, but I love this. I saw this on Makeup by Cheryl's channel last year, I think. And I've done it a few times and I just love it. I've used, now I can't remember the name of the lip liner. It's not Cyber World, but it's something like that. The MAC lip liner in Currant, and then the lipstick is Relentlessly Red from MAC as well. But this is one you can do with any kind of combination. The idea is a really dark purple lip liner and then a nice bright red lipstick. So I've done it before with NYX Prune lip liner and then use MAC Relentlessly Red. And that's everything. Oh, my earrings. Sometimes people ask about my earrings. I do try and list everything in the comments below, but I don't always manage to, especially if I give you the details at the end of the video. But these are from River Island. Surprise, surprise. That's everything. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.